man.
What's up, my dog?
Got it back on.
Yeah, you know how I go. They gonna knock us.
Hey, the interview was going great. It finally started getting good, and they cut us off. Hello? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I said the interview was finally getting good, and they had cut us off.
Yeah, you know.
Shit, I
Now
had to
you,
let them know.
now
I
you
said,
starting to
hey,
see what I be going through.
yeah, I don't know. Hey, I had to let them know. I said, man, we got to start back over from scratch. Like, we didn't even do it. Because everything he was saying, it got to be heard again. It got to be heard.
It's all good with me. It's all good. I wouldn't be if it wasn't nobody else but you, but fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. So shit, man. Like I said last time, man. I can't start this interview without thanking you for the opportunity because we got the biggest bloggers and the biggest interviewers and tried to set this up. Vlad TV, Say Cheese, and anybody y'all could think of, but he really don't do interviews. But you know he doing it with
I
me.
don't. Yeah, I don't really like.
He,
I don't really like doing interviews, man. It's because they take our words and then they twist them up, and you know what I'm saying. And I don't know, man. It just, you know, I rather whoever interviewing me just be 100, man. You know what I'm saying? And shit, like I said, nigga, I
yeah,
don't give a fuck. I'm gonna let these people know. I know you. I know you the real Texas talk. You know what I'm saying? But shit, that boy
real
from
Texas
Mississippi.
talk. Yes, sir.
This boy from Mississippi, man. This boy right from Pass Christian, where I'm from, nigga. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Hey, tell the people how it was growing up in Pakistan, man. How it is out there.
How it is in Pass Christian?
Huh?
You
Yeah.
said tell them how it is in Pass Christian. Pass Christian is like it's like crabs in a barrel, man. I think it's a lot of neighborhoods that's like that. You know, I don't know why. I don't know why people are like that. So I mean, it just is, you know, and they not gonna give you your flowers while you here. You know what I'm saying? They gonna wait till you gone, and then everybody gonna say that was my nigga, and blah blah blah. But you know, like man, it's a small town. Like that's why when I moved with Pimp, it wasn't really a big transition for me because Port Arthur and Pass Christian is about the same size. They pretty much operate damn near the same. Like
Mars
you know,
City, yeah.
yeah, man. Shut up, boy. I'm a little dog, man. My dog know I'm trying to do a little interview with him.
Yeah. This shit. Hey, let people know what got you into rapping.
Oh man. Like I said, I got an older brother. He's um he's 10 years older than me. And so, like I say, man, he used to just put my little ass in the car. I ride around with him. And then I'm being straight up with you. It was just something that I caught on and I found myself doing in my spare time. And then I started early, man. I was in the studio by age 14, 15. Put out my first album when I was 17. And then just kept on going ever since, you know.
Yeah, that's what's
I
up.
love this shit, bro. Like I said, like people who familiar with my music, like when they hear Jack All Trades, like, and they hear me say, like, I do this shit when I want to. Like, nah, I'm serious. I do this shit when I want to. Like, I don't, I love this shit. So the minute it start to feel like a job, I be like, man, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, yeah, for sure. Hey, how you get the name 17? What made you come up
man,
with
we
that
was,
name? 17 the
you
hard.
remember, huh?
I said, what made you come up with that name 17 the hard?
Nah, it wasn't me. It was I was a little bad little dude, man. And you remember when the police the only way you could have a 17 shot compact Glock was if you was a policeman back in the day. And it was when they first came out. And my little 15-year-old ass had a hot one. You know what I'm saying? I just ran across it. I always had it with me. And it started, it was calling me 17 shot. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then it just, you know how black folks, we always short and shit. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So,
Yeah, type shit.
yeah, man. You know how that go.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Hush,
Shit, yeah.
boy.
You got him in a cage, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But man, you signed to your favorite rapper, man, Pimp C, man. Tell people how that came about.
All right. Like, listen, man. Well, I feel comfortable talking to you because you know what's up. Like, you you from where I'm from. You from past Christian. That anybody that don't know, that's the Gulf Coast of Mississippi.
Yeah, the Gulf Coast.
When Hurricane Katrina hit, y'all kept hearing about New Orleans, New Orleans, New Orleans. But to be honest with you,
It
New
wiped.
Orleans ain't nothing happened with them, but they fucking levees broke. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It wasn't
it wiped the whole.
Katrina.
It wiped the whole city.
Right. Katrina didn't really hit New Orleans. I mean, the water just rose and they levees broke and it flooded the city out. Katrina hit
Yeah,
the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Primarily past Christian, you know what I'm saying? So it wiped out everything that we had, bro. I'm talking about past Christian looked like
boy.
past Christian Past Christian looked like Iraq, bro.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I wasn't out there at
Yeah,
the time,
so
but I had family out there and shit. You know.
yeah, bro. So um bro, I mean like everything was gone. My house was gone, my parents' house was gone, my daughter's house was gone, baby mama house gone. You know, I mean it
Yeah,
wiped out every fucking man. So it it just it put me in a position where like I said, me and one of my partners, we just had to do what we had to do. Nobody had nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it really blew everybody's shit away. So we just got down on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like um we had to hit the slab and shit. Statute of limitations up, nigga. Fuck that shit. So we did what we had
yeah.
to do, and we got the money up and got our families comfortable, and then I already had I had the KG's Diabetes. I had 4 solo albums already out
Nice.
in Mississippi at the time, and we was working on the fifth one. The name of it was already gonna be certified, but once we started getting, we hadn't got the money up and shit. I started going work with all the cats that I wanted to work with. You know what I'm saying? Like the Pastor Troys, the Yo Gottis, the Bo Hagens, the Convict Music, there's Acorn them, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I was
music.
yeah, I was and uh I Pimp C was I wanted him, but I didn't know if I was gonna be able to make it happen.
Right.
Do that make sense to you? Like I knew I wanted to get him, but I didn't know if I was gonna be able to actually pull that one off.
Yeah, like you wasn't
And
gonna ask them. You just want to see if it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. So I was in um I was in Atlanta because I had a house in Atlanta then too, and I was finishing up some work with Pastor Troy, and Pimp came down and did a show in Moss Point, bro. You know where Moss Point
I
is?
know my point that, yeah.
Yeah. So he came down, did the show in Moss Point while I was gone. I was in Atlanta, doing the work. So when I got back home, uh, when Pimp came down to do the show in Moss Point, he hadn't lost his bags, his luggage, whatever. And my homeboy Mon had a clothing store. So my homeboy Mon let Pimp come in there and get whatever he needed to get for the show or whatever. So Pimp left his phone number with Mon them.
Okay.
Now Mon and all them niggas knew that Pimp C was my favorite fucking rapper.
Right.
So when I got back, they was like, XVII, we got his number if you want to holler at him, like, whatever. And yeah, I called him. Man, my nigga Pimp was so real, bro. You wasn't finna talk to no manager, no fucking agent, no none of that shit, nigga. I called that number, that shit. Pimp answered the phone. Hello, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. Like my nigga was right there, man. Like so, and that's where everything started.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Hey, do you feel like UGK like started trap music?
I wouldn't say started what they consider trap music now. You know what I'm saying? The genre that they consider trap music now. No, I would say UGK. And when you get to talking about groups like UGK, I don't really like bringing other people in the shit. But when you get to talking about groups like UGK, 8Ball and MJG, Ghetto Boys, you talking about a whole nother era of like, yeah, this ain't just trap music. This is trap music. This the blues. This soul music. This all that shit combined in one, in what we like to call country rap tunes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Yeah. Feel me? So they definitely, they are the birth of country rap tunes to me. You feel me?
For sure. I see somebody ask, can we hear about LA? Anything you want to say? But I don't know about it. I don't know. About LA.
Remember when you asked me what happened to the nigga that went in the hotel room? That was like the last nigga in the hotel room with Pimp.
Oh, okay.
And I said he dead.
That's him.
Yeah.
Okay, we ain't got
name Larry. Nigga named Larry, but they called him LA, and I ain't never really. He was Pimp would let him hang around, and Pimp would let him invest his money in UGK records or whatever. So Pimp had a certain liking to him. I never got a good feeling about which the nigga liked me because he was from Mississippi. So but he was from Jackson. I'm from the coast. So he would be like, but I always gotta, how you can feel people's energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really.
What type of vibe was you getting from him?
Sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah. Sneaky is a motherfucker. And the thing about it, that nigga died. He died a couple years back. They found him in a hotel room. Exactly. Circumstances and everything. Just like Pimp.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. I know we already did this, but man, if you could just tell people how you got the news that Pimp C had passed away.
Yeah. Fuck. We gotta do this shit again. All right. Okay, listen, man. Listen to me. Fuck whoever wasn't there that day. You understand me? Like, I'm for real. I don't mean no disrespect, but bro, it's been 14 years. I done just sat back and I just be watching motherfuckers speak on shit and I don't say nothing. I just whatever. Listen, man. When Pimp passed away, this is who was living with him. It was Pimp, It was his wife Shanara. It was his oldest son, Chad Butler Jr.
Okay.
It was his daughter Christian, and me. So that's Pimp, his wife, his oldest son, his daughter Christian, his cousin Ed, and me. If motherfuckers don't know who Ed is, I don't know if you remember on High Life when Pimp said, now D be getting married and Ed go on the boat. And what about Baby Joe? Some say that nigga selling dope. But you know I ain't lying. That's just our family talk. When he said Edgar, Edgar is his cousin. So that's who was living with him. Okay, Pimp originally left on a Thursday. We had been recording all week. We was in Houston. He had a high rise in Houston, and his house was in Port Arthur. We had been the whole UG had been at the high rise recording all that week, and Pimp was going out there. Fontana had finally gave him the numbers that he wanted for UGK Records. So he was going to get our motherfucking distribution. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he was going to take care of some other shit too. And Fontana was, for y'all that don't know, it was a branch of Universal at the time. And so Pimp left on a Thursday. He woke me up. Like, we'll get to this later, but I always tell niggas, y'all don't really know how, y'all know Pimp C. Y'all don't really know how Chad was. Like, Chad, if Pimp love you, he love you, bro. He really, really love you. And if he ain't fuck with you, he ain't fuck with you. So, like, he was big on, like, if he was finna leave, like, he woke me up that morning. Him and Shanara was going. This was Thursday morning. They was going head out to LA, handle the business for the weekend. He had to see his PO on Monday. Right. So he was coming back. So he was supposed to be coming back Sunday night on the red eye. Well, he woke me up, and I had a CDR of all the songs that we had been recording in the high rise that week in my bag. And he was like, "Little bro, let me where that CD at? All them songs we just did." I said, "It's right there in my green bag. You know, I'm in the bed, I'm half asleep, I'm, groggy." He say, "I want to take the CD with me, or you want me to burn it to my laptop?" I say, "Just burn it to your laptop, because I want to listen to it while you gone." And so he did that. He came back in there, nigga slapped me all upside the head, said, "Man, get up, man. Tell me bye, nigga. I'm finna go." That's how Pimp really was. Like, "Wake up, nigga, tell me bye. I'm finna go, little bro." Like, so I got up, let my nigga up, told him, I see him when we pick him up on Sunday. So, okay, long story short, it was a chick named Gigi that, man, this ain't no secret, man. The world know my nigga had hoes, man.
Right.
Pimp had some bitches, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it was this chick named Gigi that he wanted to get jiggy with while he was out there in LA. Gigi was in LA. So they got there on Thursday. By Friday night, Pimp had then let me and Ed know, "Hey, look, I'm finna get my wife out of here. I'm gonna tell her we parked the Bentley illegally and they gonna tow it." You know what I'm saying? So she got to go home and move it. I don't know how his wife ain't put two and two together, but knowing that me and Ed had the keys to the Bentley, we right there in Houston, we could have did it.
Yeah, right.
But he got rid of her, shipped her ass out on Saturday, sent her back home, and shit, you know what I'm saying? Got jiggy with Gigi, did what they did. They went by, and all that. And so Shanara get home, because he done sent her home, and
right.
So be told they wasn't really, how couples go through their little spats when they mad at each other. So
yeah.
They wasn't really texting or talking as much as they normally would, but we knew Pimp didn't play when it was time to see his PO. He did not fucking play. He did not miss his, when it was time for him to see his PO. Right. So Sunday night rolled around, and I had talked to him. I know I talked to him Saturday because he called me. Whenever he called me, he was in the studio with DJ Paul, and I could hear my music blasting in the background, and he was trying to get me to, he was like, "Man, I'm playing, nigga, I'm over here working my ass off for you, and you sleeping. It was 1:30 in LA, but it was 3:30 in Houston, so I was asleep.
Right. Yeah.
And he like, man, DJ Paul in here, man, they love your shit, man. They want to talk to you. They want to talk to you. And me at the time, man, I'm being young, man. I'm like, what I need to talk to DJ Paul for? I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really how I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I hung up with him that night, and then when Sunday night came, I didn't get a text. Ed didn't get a text. Shannara didn't get a text. None of us got a text or a phone call. And so we called, and they said he had rescheduled his meeting with his PO. So we was like, oh, okay, well, he must need a couple days to get, because Pimp was going to make sure his system was right and everything.
Right.
And so then when Monday came and we still didn't get, none of us, we all had been texting him Sunday, calling him Sunday, but nobody was getting a response. Me, Ed, or his wife. And that's not normal. Right. And so when Monday rolled around and it happened, that's when we got on the phone and we called the Mondrian. And we stayed on the phone with the Mondrian and told him what room to go to and whatever. And yeah, we was on the phone when they found him. And then we flew out that evening, and we had to go identify the body and get all this stuff out the room. And man, it was just it was just a lot. And if motherfuckers want to know, the only motherfuckers that went to LA was his wife Shannara. I had to pay for her ticket. Ed, his cousin, me, Mike Mo, and Mike Mo wife. That's who went to LA to go,
see, just
to go get his stuff out the room, all his belongings, and go identify the body and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I see somebody commenting as if he had sleep apnea, but I also seen Mama West felt like he might have been poisoned.
Yeah, because when me and Ed walked in there, the Mondrian and everything in there is white. You know what I'm saying? So the comforter, the sheets, all that shit is all white. And Pimp was laying like his head was in between the pillows. Like he wasn't laying on one side of the bed. It's like he was laying in the middle of the bed. Yeah. And it wasn't just blood, bro. It was like a reddish, it was like a reddish yellowish color. And a lot of people don't know, but Pimp's mom, before any of that, she worked for the school, and she used to work with a funeral home. So when I called her and I told her, I was like, Mom, it's like mucus and blood all the way from the middle of the pillows to like waist length of the bed. Like, when me and Ed pulled the comforter back and we seen that shit, we was just like, it's some things, bro, that you just can't never get out of your mind, bro. Like, and she said it right then. Mama West said it right then. She said, somebody poisoned my baby. And I said, okay, Mama, well, we about to go to the coroner and identify the body, and I'll call you when we leave there. And I called her, and she said, 17, baby, go in there and ask them, did he bleed out? So Mama West already knew he did, like, just because she used to work in the funeral business. So I went back in there, and man, I'm in tears, bro. I'm barely holding myself together, but I asked the coroner. He was a black dude too. I said, I have his mom on the phone, and she's asking, the coroner told me he bled out of every opening in his body. His eyes, his nose, his ears, every opening in his body, he bled out. And so that's when Mama West knew, like, okay, something is wrong. This ain't no fucking sleep apnea. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what people don't understand is, and this why people make me fucking sick, bro, because they be online fucking hating and talking all that shit, and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They wasn't there. Man, look, when you married, your wife has the say so over everything. Your mama don't have the say so no more.
Right.
Go fucking read your laws or do whatever, man. Learn what you're talking about before you talk online.
His wife didn't want to do the autopsy.
Yeah, his wife didn't want to. Well, once he was in there, Mama West wanted his body to be exhumed to be tested for arsenic, poisoning, all that. And you know, anybody who knows, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna let you know. Like his wife and his mama never got along. So, you know, it's like Mama West was fighting a losing battle until the day that she passed away. You know what I'm saying? Because when you marry, your wife makes all the calls. You know what I'm saying? So, and her direct words when we got back from California, man, we wasn't back from California a good 4 hours. And I ain't gonna say no names, but it was me and some other cats from UGK Records that had came over to Pimp House once we made it back to Port Arthur.
Right.
And his wife first words was, "You either with me or you with that bitch." And when she said that bitch, she meant Pimp Mama West. Well, for me, that was an easy fucking decision. Cause I know nobody came before my nigga mama. So I went in my room, started packing my shit, and went to Mama West's house. Now, you had, I ain't gonna say no names, but you had niggas who stayed behind and stuck close to Shannara because they knew that she was gonna be in control of all his music and what came out and what didn't. And they knew, you know, they'd be able to be on the albums. They'll be able to get him a little royalty check. They'll be able to get him a little publishing deal. Right. Man, fuck all that, man. I always stayed close with the family, man. You know what I'm saying? So until the day she passed away, she was trying to get him exhumed and get him get him, you know, tested. So it's some old fuck shit, you know. I'm so tired of hearing all that bullshit about Pimp C died off lean and Pimp C died off this. Man, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Now, my nigga, I'll drink all these so-called rapping ass niggas. And while they ass dozing off going to sleep, Pimper being that bitch cutting 4-5 more records. Like, that shit wasn't nothing new to him, man. That shit, he ain't died no fucking, he didn't die no fucking.
He wasn't.
He didn't go to the
I mean,
huh?
He wasn't. I say he didn't really do drugs. I know you say he had a court date. I mean probation or something. He was on.
Yeah, he had to always make sure he was PO. You know what I'm saying? So Pimp wasn't even drinking lean like that at the time. And he knew how to manipulate the shit when he wanted to do it. But Pimp wasn't really playing with his freedom like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it be so many niggas talking so much shit that don't know what the fuck they talking about. And the fans will sit there and believe that shit because it's a rapper that they done heard of this rapper before. Man, this rapper don't know what the fuck he talking about. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, that shit just get old, man. And that's how I end up getting blackballed because I don't give a fuck who a nigga is. If you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Yeah, oh yeah. They make sure I'm blackballed, but I don't give a fuck because I make sure I don't give a fuck who a nigga is. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what the fuck you talking about, nigga, and I know you just talking to be talking, you a fucking lie. Like, you a lie. You a lie. Lie. Like, that's why I want none of them niggas sit down and have a debate with me. Any nigga you ever seen me say something about or say, look, man, this what was going on. I was telling y'all the truth. I was telling the fans the truth. But I guarantee you won't never one of them motherfucking so-called artists or them rappers sit down and have a debate with me because they know I'm telling the truth and I embarrass them in front of everybody.
Yeah, right.
Like,
what was your relationship What was your relationship like with Hen Dog? Was he who was Hen Dog to Pimp C? How did
No, it wasn't nothing
how did you
Pimp C.
meet Hen Dog?
Pimp died in
You don't know?
2007.
What happened?
Huh? I said Pimp died in 2007. Pimp never knew no fucking Hen Dog. Hen
Yeah,
Dog is
no.
just a dude. Huh?
He didn't. Hen Dog didn't know Pimp C or nothing.
Fuck no.
What's your relationship like with him?
Man, listen, bro. It's very simple math. Pimp died in 2007.
Right.
He's Leo started this right here. Trill Gang.
Yeah.
Hen Dog is just a dude who wear and sell Trill Gang merch in Alabama that He's Leo sells the shit to wholesale.
Okay.
But then he started feeling himself and feeling like he was really something and got Trill Gang tattooed on him like Trill Gang is a record label when nigga it's a clothing line. And at first, I thought the nigga was cool. Then I seen he was out his fucking mind and he was just chasing clout. Like, doing whatever. This like 2014, 2015. Nigga, you 7 years later, nigga, Pimp never knew you, Mama West never knew you, Pops ain't know you. Go to my YouTube channel. It's an interview with me and Pops where Pops like, man, we don't know that fucking nigga. That's why you don't see me. That's why you don't see me responding to none of that old dumbass shit.
Did you know him? Did you?
Yeah, I knew him. I didn't know him like I met the nigga maybe what 2014, 2015 when He's a Leo said, "Hey man, this my nigga from Alabama that buy a bunch of Trill gear." Like that's how we was introduced. Like that's it.
Yeah, 'cause I seen a little
But
video.
niggas be thinking
I seen a little video he had about you. He was talking about you and Big Bud had a altercation at a show.
me and Big Bub, not
Big
Bun,
Bub.
me and Big Bub.
Yeah, Big.
For
Yeah, I
one,
said Bud.
Big Bub. For one, Big Bub is UGK Records. Brothers fight. That's the fuck we do. Hell yeah, me and Bub had a fight. I just hung up with Bub before I did this interview with you.
Okay. So
So I
y'all
don't
made
give
it
a
up.
fuck
Y'all
what
good.
nigga talking about. Like nigga talk, oh he snatched his chain, this and that. Bitch, the chain popping while we was fighting, nigga. And you ain't never had one and will never have one like that, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, Pimp got mine, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Johnny Dang 50. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man,
Johnny
you know what
Dang.
I'm saying? We ain't talking about the SSI diamonds, bitch. We talking about BBS1, nigga. Go back, look at the pictures. I don't have to do all that. I done already lived. I lived what he wished he could have did. So I understand where all the hate come from and where all the whatever come from. He'll do anything to get attention. If y'all want to give it to him, give it to him. But you giving a nigga attention that you giving a nigga attention that didn't even come around until 7 years after Pimp was already gone. Like nobody knows this nigga. He's Leo gave him a shot and let him sell Trill Gang gear. That's just the honest to God truth. Anybody can go back do their research. This they fucking self.
Yeah. So you say the chain popped off? Did you lose it that night or you still got it?
Now the pendant just popped off. I had a Byzantine chain. The chain was strong as hell, but the piece, the clasp, it's that bitch somewhere in the House of Blues. One of them fucking bodyguards or somebody picked it up. I don't know. I was fighting, nigga. I'm supposed to tell you, but no, ain't nobody snatched nothing from me or this and that. But I'm fighting my brother, man. We fighting over some shit like that. Like, nah, the shit came out. Shit. Yeah, one of them niggas picked it up, probably went and pawned them, got them the most money they ever had in their life. I don't get no fuck.
Yeah. Okay. What was your relationship like with Bun B?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I never got to see the good times. All these niggas be sitting there trying to talk about how they know how long I was with Pimp this and that. Oh, he's with Pimp 3 months. Look, man, I only had Pimp in my life. What?
Go ahead. I say go. How long you live with Pimp, man? I seen those comments too. Tell the people how long you live with Pimp C.
Man, I lived with Pimp for 9 months. I only had him in my life for 10 and a half months. I ain't never said I knew that man 10 years, 20 years. All you gotta do is listen to Certified. He tell you right there, this nigga is the newest member of our crew in a first round draft pick. Like, what is you talking about, nigga? Ain't nothing to lie about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cherish every motherfucking month I had with him. You know what I'm saying? That I lived with him. The first month and a half, he was trying to get me to leave Mississippi. I didn't want to leave because we was getting too much money in the streets. Then we had a signing party down here. When he came down here, he seen the feds was outside the signing party watching us, and he got his mama on the phone with my mama, and that nigga got the mamas on the phone on me, and they made me leave, and he moved me in with him, and I lived in the high rise in Houston for about 3.5, 4 months, and the only niggas who had a key to that high rise was me and Zero, and then he made me move in the house in Port Arthur with him because he found out I kept on sneaking out of Houston going back to Mississippi when he was
back to the past, you going back to Hattiesburg.
Yeah, to the coast in Hattiesburg. You know, I'm going back down and get groovy, man. Give me some money.
Yeah.
And he found out about it, and then he was like, "Nope, see, I can't even give your own freedom. You gotta live with me. Everywhere I go, you go." And so that was for like the last 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But man, I cherish every bit of that. Them hoe ass niggas ain't never even had them in their life for 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, I cherish that you might as well say a year that I had my nigga in my life.
Yeah, that's what's up. I see you said I see you say Pimps. I mean, Bun B didn't even have his number while you was with Pimp C. He wasn't even really.
Not while I was there. Yeah, not while I was there. No. Like the day that we left to go identify the body, and it's just the honest to God truth. Bun had never been to the high rise in Houston. He didn't even know how to get there. The only way he got there was because Red Boy, who worked with Rap a lot, was in the car with him, and he showed him how to get there. And he said it when he walked in there. He was like, "Damn, it's my first time in here. Like, I hate it had to be like this." He was just giving us a ride to the airport. Yeah. And my whole thing was, I'm on the way to the airport. We leaving this shit, and I'm just thinking like, why he ain't going with us? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was my, which he was big bro to me, but if this was a nigga that I had a relationship for that many years for in a career with, nah, nigga, I'm finna be the first one on the scene, everything. Like, but everybody handles shit different. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that was his first time even being at the high rise. The whole time that I was with Pimp and we was doing shows and everything else, they only did one UGK show, and it was in Dallas. And Bun on the left side of the stage, and Pimp and us and UGK Records came up on the right side of the stage. Them niggas did what they did. I ain't say a word to each other, but they did they raps and shit. Bun left, and all Pimp and all us stayed behind, and Pimp signed every autograph and gave everybody a hug. We was in that club about 2.5 hours after the show was over, but that's because that's how Pimp was, and then they wouldn't even do no more. Every other show after that, the whole time I was there, it was Pimp C shows, and he would do my set in the middle of his show, and then that's just how we ran it, and that's just how much love the nigga had for me, and that was a good 8 months strong that it was like that. It was people think that I like the shit. No, imagine if your favorite rap group, you get there. Now, Pimp C was always my favorite, but that was my favorite rap group. Then I get there and I find out it ain't really what y'all been making it look like. Like, y'all really ain't on good terms. Like, nigga, that shit hurt my heart. I was mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is. That's what the fuck it was. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pimp was doing what he was doing, and shit, Bun wasn't riding with him like that, man. Bun was. I feel like Bun was.
Let me ask you this, bro. We gonna still touch on that. I still got a question about that, but I'm reading I'm reading the comments. I thought the fans would ask something too. Somebody asked, "What set Pimp off when he said Atlanta ain't the South?"
They said what set him up?
No, I said they said what set Pimp off when he said Atlanta ain't the South when he was dissing Atlanta.
I can't really say nothing set him off, man. That's really how he looked at shit. Like, hey man, when I get off the airplane in Atlanta, I gotta change my watch to New York time. Like, that's really how he looked at shit. He looked at it like, when I get off the airplane in Atlanta, I gotta change my watch to Eastern Standard Time, man. And like,
Why
I
you say
mean,
that?
it's a fact. It's the truth. Like, that's really how he felt. It's just they caught him in that interview. They caught him while he was, ramped up and talking whatever, and he just said it in there. But if he would have just said it in a normal voice, nobody could deny that. It's the fucking truth. Like,
Right.
when he said Atlanta is the new San Francisco, it's the fucking truth. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, a lot. That's why I don't give a fuck who like me and who don't. Because Pimp taught me, hey man, they ain't gotta like it, but they gonna have to respect it, even if they don't respect it in your face. Like, if you telling the truth, hey man, say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, he wasn't doing nothing but telling the truth.
Right.
It just niggas got butt hurt. You know what I'm saying?
What was man? Let me go back to this bump, man. It's so much. Hey, we still gonna do this interview in person, man. It's just the first interview I got with 17 and a half. But hey, what was your last conversation with Bun B?
My last conversation with Bun was I told him, look, man, as an artist, I always salute you. You know what I'm saying? Like, as an artist. But as a man, I ain't got no respect for you. And all he said was, if that's how you feel, I respect it. And that was it. That was the last, like, where we was talking to each other. Then everything after that was just, you know what I'm saying, he passing messages through this nigga and this nigga and this nigga. And I'm like, man, just get on the fucking phone. Like, and then that's when niggas will see me with the videos. Cause I'm like, man, I'm not finna be passing messages to you, whatever, nigga. We, like, you know what I'm saying? I done had to be a pallbearer with your ass at Pimp funeral. I had to be a pallbearer with your ass at Mama West funeral. Or like, we had to be at the hospital, and Mama West, like, we only was around each other when we had to be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, before that, he had me fooled because I did the whole Ozone photo shoot with him, me and the whole UGK Records posse. I did the whole Ozone photo shoot with him. Y'all go back and look at that. And then in the Gangster video, the song with him and Sean Kingston, that nigga making show, I was right there with him, on side of him, on like the main shots, because he knew that the South knew that 17 is Pimp nigga. So if I got 17 standing next to me, it looked like I'm carrying on with Pimp.
Right.
What to do, but behind the scenes, when the video shoots was over, he wasn't doing shit. Not just for me, he wasn't doing shit for Pimp Mama. He wasn't doing shit for like nobody. Like, so I called Mama West one day and I was like, Mama, I feel like the nigga just using us for like photo ops and shit. Like, I don't want to do the shit no more. And she told me straight up, she said, baby, if you don't want to do it no more, then you don't have to. Like, cause she told me, she was like, cause you right. And so he called for the video with him, 8Ball and MJG and David Banner. It was the one with the Jodeci beat. Okay. And I was on set, but I wouldn't get in front of the camera. I didn't want nothing. I didn't want to be in the video. I ain't none of that, because you ain't finna just be making it look like you doing what it wanted you to do when you really ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just started seeing, as time went on, I started seeing, like, damn, like, I would ask Pimp kids, like, you heard from her? No. You heard from her? No. And then me and Mama West, that's a whole different story.
So look, I'm trying to make
Don't get it. Hold on. People don't get it. My reasons for not fucking with him and not ever wanting to fuck with him is because of the shit that I know that Pimp told me while I was living with him, and the shit that Mama West told me while her and Pops was living with me. I know so much shit that's fucked up about him as a man that I would never want to be. I would never want to be. No, I don't want no kind of relationship with him. Now, as an artist, as a musician, man, salute, homie. You one of the you know the best from down here. But as a man, man, I stand on morals, nigga. I know all the fucked up shit you did, nigga. Like that nigga didn't come to Mama West's house. Mama West managed them for 17 years. She managed UGK. That nigga did not come to Mama West's house except for that one time, which was the day of Pimp funeral. And then he never went over there. And then the years that Pimp passed in 07, Mama West passed in 2013. So Mama West could still book shows for Bun. But if she booked the shows, then she would get a percentage.
Right.
He wouldn't take the shows that she would book.
Damn.
So you not
Wasn't trying to help her.
You used to live with this lady. You used to live with her and Pimp. But you ain't even, you know, she ain't asking you for no money or nothing. She got that show, she got it booked, and you do fuck shit like, you know, tell promoters now you don't, you know, can't book me through her. I ain't going through her. So now she can't even make that money on the side no more. You know what I'm saying? I seen all this shit.
Right.
And it's not just me. The other UGK records niggas know it. It's just, I don't blame them. They don't have to, you know, I come out and say what the fuck really happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to. You know, a lot of people say, you know, I shouldn't be saying nothing. That should stay UGK business. Hey, man, I respect how y'all feel and whatever, but fuck that. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell my truth. And if you read the book, you gonna know it anyway, but niggas don't fucking read.
Niggas don't read. Hey, look, we gonna get back to it. I'm still trying to answer these fan questions too. I told them to comment something to ask. They got somebody ask, what's the backstory about Big Dog and Biz on True Story?
Man, bro, all I can say is this, man. Pimp had them both tattooed on him. And he really loved them boys, man. And I don't want to speak on it because they have families.
Okay, right.
You know what I'm saying? But just listen to True Story. It's a true story. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was really Pimp homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't no rap shit. That was Pimp homeboys for real.
Right. And I see somebody said Pimp's kids takes pictures with Bun B all the time, and they say nothing bad about him. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
So they still. I mean, I guess Pimp C using them as. I mean, Bun B using them as props now.
Hey man, look, bro. It's funny because I never speak for them kids.
Right.
But I know the conversation that me and them kids have. And I know the conversation that me and the family had. And, you know, they don't have to shit on Bun. They don't have to do that because they know that just like they don't have to shit on Shannara, on Pimp Wife. But they feel how they feel. They know what they know. And it be coming out on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, you really don't want to fuck with Chad Butler Jr. because all they got to do is go on YouTube and listen to his songs, and you better listen to him, and
Right.
you'll know who he talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people like to just look at the surface of shit. Nah, go ahead and go to YouTube, type in Chad Butler Jr. jealousy and hate. Go ahead, go to YouTube, type in Chad Butler Jr. Institution. Go ahead, on YouTube, type in Chad Butler Jr. I think it's called Not Long Ago. Like, all you gotta do is listen to him. He just like his daddy. He'll tell you the stories through the music.
He made music too.
Like that song Friends, the song Friends that Pimp was rapping on.
Right.
And he's talking about but he didn't have to say it directly, but he put it in the music. He lets you know right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, let me clear this up too, because niggas are so stupid. If we would have been fortunate enough to have Pimp live and be with us, they would have patched that shit up. They would have fixed it. Them niggas always, like I said, me and Big Bub had a fight. We brothers. We fight.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, they would have patched it up. They would have been cool, but I just hate when niggas lying and say, oh yeah, we had patched it up right before he would ever. No, y'all didn't. That's why it's eating you alive. That's why it's eating you alive. That's why it's always ate you alive. And you ain't even get shit right with Mama West before she passed. So,
right. So look.
Like that's why you can never debate with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You never.
Yeah. So
that's why it's bigger than music with me. You know what I'm saying? It's so much bigger than music, man.
Bigger than music, yeah. That's facts.
Yeah, when Pimp said UGK Records is an institution and this and that nigga meant that, man. That shit family. It's family.
Yeah. So Bun B is a part of UGK, but not UGK Records. I know on the last live you was telling me that he told Pimp C he didn't want to be a part of UGK Records.
Yeah, Pimp asked him, you know, did he want to do it, and he didn't. At the time, you know, he said he didn't want to. Bun never wanted to be like a CEO or nothing. So it just UGK Records belonged to Pimp C and his mama. It belonged to Pimp C and Mama West.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Well, I don't know, man. Let me make sure. Hey, when Pimp C died, was you the only artist signed to UGK? Or what artist?
No,
Boosie was still signed to him?
No, man. Listen, Boosie and Webby was with Trill Entertainment.
But they were. Oh, go ahead. Okay.
Listen, man.
But
Look, I'm just finna give you the truth.
Okay.
Listen, I'm finna give you the truth. Mel and Turk paid Pimp $200,000 to do the Pimp C Presents Boosie and Webby shit.
Okay.
Well, they still owed him $90,000 at the time he died. I know, Ed know, everybody know, because Pimp would say it all the time. These niggas owe me my money, man. You know what I'm saying? So that was just more of him. You know, he knew if I put my name on here, this gonna help them, you know, go. Right. My shit was totally different. My shit was Pimp C Presents 17 under UGK Records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But no, it was me. I don't want to leave nobody out, but I probably will. It was me, He's a Leo, Corey Moe, Bankroll Jones, the Underdogs, Big Bub, the X Mob, which was Vicious and Bundy G. Shit. See, that's why I didn't want to name, because I knew I'd leave somebody out. But no, it was yeah, UGK Posse beat. UGK Records was, yeah, he had a lot of artists.
Yeah, a whole bunch. Yeah, okay. But you was the only prodigy. You was the only. Yeah, okay. Yeah. See that.
Yeah. So that's why he used to tell me, like, when I was living with him, like, little bro, these niggas don't like you. And I used to be like, what you talking about, Pimp? Don't nobody act like they don't like me. And he used to say, of course they ain't gonna act like they don't like you in front of me, crazy man. Like,
yeah.
Niggas gonna feel, nigga. These niggas been around for years, and now you come in and I move you in with me. I do a Pimp C Presents and I drop your album. We working on your second album. You leading the way, man. These niggas jealous of you, man. Like this and that, and I'd be damned if they didn't show their colors until after he passed away. He was right about everything he said.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Hey,
and what could I do?
This damn IGlive be 1 hour. I don't know when it's gonna end. It might end soon. I go back live. If you down, we'll do a whole nother live again. I still got some more
Man, I'm here,
questions
bro.
and shit.
I told you got me tonight.
Yeah. So shit, whenever it end, whoever in here, whenever it end, we're gonna do a whole nother live. I'm gonna go back live. I got one more. I got another question until the end. Another fan said, "Why did you shoot yourself in the foot?" I don't know if they know what they're talking about or not.
Nah, they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. You ain't shoot yourself.
No, but
Yeah,
you had
yeah. They
niggas that
do.
was
Yeah. He been hating the comments the whole time, so he don't know
yeah.
nothing. I've been
I
seeing
mean,
his ass.
man, hey, I'm so glad you see it, bro. Ain't it
Yeah,
funny?
he hating in the comments. All right, so
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna respond. He can't even ask no more questions. He done.
Hey, I wouldn't give a fuck if he did, nigga. It's niggas typing on the keyboard, my nigga.
That's all it
I be
is.
I be, I be in
Probably another
Houston.
15-year-old. Feel like
Yeah,
he was
it
on
be
my last
15 year
live.
olds
He
and
in
shit,
live.
man. You don't know who type you something, my nigga. That shit don't. Real niggas ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't typing nothing like that
Right,
because
you supposed to
they
have a
like, man,
name
shit.
now.
Yeah, I get 17 number. I see 17 because nigga, I'm everywhere. Like I'm all over Mississippi. I'm all over Texas. I'm in Houston, Dallas, Port Arthur, Beaumont. Like nigga, I go
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. It's ain't nothing to me.
Yeah,
And I stand on what I say. Nigga
right.
ain't never heard me retract nothing or say this ain't true. Nah, nigga, I told you what I told you. Do your research. And if the niggas do the research, they be like, damn, he ain't lying. He wasn't lying. Like,
So I
give a
know
fuck.
last live you was talking about you had a distribution deal with Rap a Lot that you turned down.
No. It was I really don't know what it all would have been. I just still got the contract.
Okay, it
And
was a contract with him.
yeah, and it wasn't because of nothing bad. It's just because Pimp had always taught me, and don't get it twisted. Pimp loved Jay and Jay loved Pimp. But Pimp had
Right.
always taught me don't ever work for Jay Prince, but you can work with Jay Prince. So people don't even understand Pimp wasn't signed to Rap a Lot. They had like a under the table shake hand type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. He said that in his jail letter he wrote.
Yeah. So even though, I didn't sign it, I mean, I appreciate Jay, extending, trying, but I just I knew what my
Yeah.
big brother